Okay, well, where are we now? Episode, crikey, 4, 5, 6, I forget. Okay, well, everything's proving a sausage now. All these nuts were a real mucker. That isn't a 12mm, but it is a 12mm, if you know what I mean, but the spanner just spins on it. It's not been rounded, but it's just eating away. The rest of them I managed to clamp on a baby one and turn these nuts with the breaker bar. So they're all loose now, but they're just there holding in. Same with these top ones now, they're all broken. So that's good. Now we come to the two rear ones. We've got one down here and we've got one here. Now this top bolt, if you can see in there, thank you, typical reservoir from Honda to get all the water in there and weld all the steel and alloy together. So that although that nut's loose-ish, the chances of that coming out of there are slim. Ah dear. Having said that, I just filled that moat up just now, and when I just pointed the camera at it just now, it had all gone down. So that fluid is going somewhere, isn't it? But I need to take off the clutch lever cover to get into the nuts. See, that's my dynamo. That's the top one, so God knows where the bottom one is. It must be inside there somewhere. This bottom screw came out. It's just literally one of those because it's going into plastic, I think. I think I'm right in saying this top one does not want to know. I've had the impact driver on it. Doesn't want to know. This one span out okay. That's the same as the bottom one. So these three are like that sort of wood screw type affair. That one's, I tried that in and out, in and out, in and out. Admittedly I didn't use any heat on it, but you can see that there's nothing there now. It's rounded, so that's a drill out. And I tried loosening that one, and I'm just getting absolutely nowhere. So I'm going to give everything a good soak in, walk away and forget about it for a day, because it's starting to be a little sausage now. I think I got the engine number off of it. Frame number, I'm really not holding up too much for that, to be honest. Yeah, I really need to know what the ins and outs are of that, whether DVLA can issue a new frame number. Is that a thing? I don't know. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm going to go and have a break. Oh, flipping heck. The engine is almost out. Look at the state of me. This was a nightmare. There's a separate bracket that side, separate bracket. All the bolts were seized. Don't matter whether they're in the alloy or they're still all seized. That one's out. That took about an hour. Bottom one's out anyway. It's just swinging around now on that top bolt. That's it. I am not breaking my back tonight. Right, that is definitely it now for episode 5. Thank you for watching. Like I said, if you can help me out with the number plate, stroke frame, stroke engine number issue. Okay, I need to have a shower. Look at the state of me. Well, I was a little bit dejected earlier, as you could probably tell. I'm going for a break. I needed that break. I had a couple of hours off. Just put brain into gear really and had a good think about what I was trying to achieve here by getting the engine out with the two rear seized engine bolts not budging. Anyway, I've had a second wind and I've came in. Even the side panel, I couldn't get the side panel off of here. I had to get the chain off to. What I didn't know was this bottom screw here, this hole here, this hole here, and that hole there were the only three screws holding that panel on. Well, that panel has 5 holes in it, 1, 2, 3, and then you've got the 4 and the 5. Well, those two screws hold this little plastic piece on the back, 1, 2, like so, behind there, sort of thing, like that. Well, I didn't know. I had the flipping impact wrench and all sorts of things. Luckily, nothing split at all. But even then, when I got that cover off, undoing just the 1, 2, 3. No, where are we? 1, 2, 3 holes. Those screws still wouldn't come out. Look at that. I had to get mother mole grips onto the shaft here, and it only just gave way to come out. You know, flipping it. I know it's been in there 46 years, but that's no flipping excuse, is it? Anyway, as soon as that screw came out and I got the plate off, I've had a renewed vigour. I've got the bottom engine bolt out, much to its disgust. It really didn't want to play ball. It's that fine thread, isn't it? Is it the, I don't know, it's not the 1.25 thread, isn't it? It's the 1mm thread, I think. Anyway, that nut's shagged. Bolt's okay, but the nuts had it, so I'll need to get another one of those 1mm nuts. It's all mullered on there, look. But the top one, as you can see, it's got that classic, I know, says Honda, let's put a little trough there so everything goes in there and then seizes it up. So I've had me the breaker bar on that side, and I've also had the breaker bar on the other side there, and nothing's going on. So I've been spraying in sort of WD equivalent, and I've also been spraying in this stuff, fast drying solvent. So I've been doing a combination of the two, not advertising or anything at all. And I just got Mr. Wolf out with the impact wrench on 14mm, and I stuck it on there, and I pressed the trigger, and it was flat. Well, it went da 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 da. But that last duh, I saw that flinch. I kept going forward, reverse, and it flinched. So this side here, that between that nut there and the shaft, that's free. It's here that it's seized, and I do not want to fracture that really soft alloy there. Doesn't take a lot to break that, so I'm going to fill that little trough up again. Let's fill that up. Like so, and that'll probably run out this side. I hope it doesn't. I'll give that a few minutes. The Wolfie's on charge. 24 volt power. Get in. See, to the naked eye, that's not flashing. It's weird, isn't it? What about the fluorescent light? No, that's not flickering. So, renewed vigour. Smiles crept back on my face. I am getting there. Now, here's the crux. The job basically has come to a halt. Why is that, you cry? Because of the frame number. It's illegible. I cannot make out what that is. I've got the engine number, that's clear as day, and I've offered it up next to the number on the headstock there. It's sort of similar, but where the front of the bike, as you could see with the forks and the, you know, that was a mess, wasn't it, the front end? This has taken hell of a beating. I can just about make out CD175, and the other 7 digits are a blur. Now I could, because I know what the engine number is, I can almost see it in there, but no guy from the DVLA is going to come out here and go, oh yeah, that's so and so and so and so and so. Not in a million years. So I have taken the plunge, and I have been in contact with a guy, Peter, thank you Peter, who has a frame, but doesn't have a reg, but it has a nice, clear, crystal clear frame number. So is that the best route to go down? Get the other frame, with the complete engine number on it, frame number, apply to DVLA for a age-related plate, and go from there, or what else? The guy happens to have a front and a back wheel, a tank, a mudguard, a possible seat, a main stand. The guy is a diamond. The only thing is, he's 300 miles away, so I will be taking a drive there this coming Saturday at silly o'clock in the morning to get there for about 10 o'clock. Well, there we go, stuff it. I thought, right, I'm not happy, I'm going to get the engine out. And I've got the engine out, and now I'm happy again. Sort of. Right, okay, I think I'm going to need to douse those bolts under there, or they're just going to shear straight off, aren't they? Anyway, on a lighter note, I may have another frame. I'm going on a long trip Saturday to hopefully pick up 2 wheels, some forks that fit the bike, possible frame with frame number. What else? Possible tank, I'm not sure. I'm going to see how this one goes, but if it's at the right price, I'd be silly not to, wouldn't I? Front mudguard. So I will sort of have the ingredients to get this bike, but I really want to. I'm going to go down the road of this frame number. I'm going to try V62 form or whatever it is, when the guys were saying, along with the engine number, which is very clearly visible, and the number plate, and see what I can dig up historically wise about this Honda 175. Right, that's definitely it for tonight. I'm wrapping up. It's not good, is it? But spirit's there, heart's there. It's going to be done, no question, regardless of whether it has to have a different frame. This bike, what's left of it, the engine will be back on the road again. Anyway guys, once again, thank you for watching. Please comment below if you can help me in any way, shape or form. I'm not a fish out of water at the moment. I'm not treading water. I'm just come up against these silly hurdles. You know, fancy listing CD175 forks and they're completely not. It's little things like that. The job's tough enough as it is, without Berks like that. Anyway, right. My smile's back on. I bit me gum when I was eating my tea earlier. I'm in agony. That's probably didn't help. Anyway, you didn't need to know that, did you? Take care, guys. See you soon. Heidi ho, fellow subscribers. Yeah, I've had a rough couple of days, really. Ordered a set of forks for a CD175, and I got through a set of forks for God knows what it's for, a Pooch Maxi or something. It was ridiculous, wasn't even anywhere near it. So, spent quite a few quid on it, so the buyer's going to take them back and refund me, which is good. So I'm going to get on with the engine. Now, it's just been sick. There is the oil, the 46-year-old oil, or whatever it is. That was a little bit of a sausage, breaker bar jobby. I've come across one little upset already, and it's a major one. Went to undo the bolt and the head sheared off the kickstart. That's not good, because that is going to be a dog, isn't it? I've managed to get these undone with the impact driver, wherever it is. There it is. What I've done is I've centre punched and centre punched, just so I get that back on the way it was. I think you're supposed to, the other side panel goes on a certain way, so I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, so I know exactly where it was at. Right, so what do we have? Well, I've taken off, I've scalped it. Valves open and close as should do, but I still want to take a look at those valves. It did look a bit crusty in there on top of the piston, on the top of the crown on the pistons. So yeah, I'm gonna whip it apart. I need to take this points plate off and get rid of the timing mechanism behind there. I think that's right in saying that. I think it's the same as my old CB100, and there should be marks on there for the timing. So I want to get it all right and lined up before I start undoing the little clip on there, or at least marking everything. I need to have a look at the flywheel as well. There should be marks on the flywheel. Where's the flywheel on this one? Where's the stator? That's the stator side, isn't it? Flywheel, yeah. So there's, okay, generator's behind the flywheel, isn't it? So there should be markings on there to coincide with the marking on the case, I think. I haven't got a Haynes manual. I'm just going from past experiences, really. Yeah, if you've got any hints or tips, I'm not going too far tonight. I haven't got a gasket kit, and I need to really clean up all the alloy. But I think if I literally break it down to its component parts, the head anyway, head and block, I might send that away and get that aqua blasted, because you have so many crevices. There are so many. Let's get some more light in there. You see that in there? You know, there's no way I'm going to get my flappy wheel in there, is it? I'm not that bloody good. Anyway, so tank's got another load of fluid in it. That's debris. What else can I tell you? There's the sad looking frame. It's not too sad, but you know as well as I do, they're going to shear off straight away, aren't they? Unless I apply some heat first. It's not looking bad, but then again, it's not brilliant. I've seen better, and what with the indecipherable flipping chassis frame number, I'm taking a trip tomorrow up to a friend of mine named Peter. Hello Peter, if you're watching. I'm going to go see Peter. I'm going to buy another frame off of him. I will not be able to keep that, sadly. That is a real big no-no, sadly. There is no way I can decipher this frame number. I am going to sand it to within an inch of its life. But I don't hold out much for it, so I will put this frame to one side. If I can somehow, some quirk of God up there or whatever, uncover the engine, the frame number, I will still apply for a V5 for that frame number to go with the plates. So anyway, so I will have another frame tomorrow. Unfortunately, I've got a 10-hour round trip up to that Grimsby. Home of Guy Martin, of course, so that should be good. I'm looking forward to that at 4 o'clock in the morning, or 5, perhaps I might have a lay until 5. So that's the state of play so far. Got the engine out yesterday, forks turned up, they were all wrong. I bit my tongue really badly, I was in agony. I got a call out at work from 8:15 till 1 o'clock in the morning, so I wasn't best pleased today, and I've had a day from hell again today at work. So yeah, the engine's coming apart and smiles creeping back on, but early night tonight as an early start tomorrow to go and get lots of bits. I've got 2 wheels, 2 forks, front mudguard, hopefully, if it's okay enough. I managed to fetch my front mudguard back out of the skip. Here it is, and the reason I did that is because if you imagine, apparently they blow there. I don't know what, well obviously because of the water, but this one where it's just been sat there hasn't blown. So it's a little bit rough on the sunny side, but on the other side it's not so bad. It's only surface rust, but round the bottom here it starts to fall apart a bit, doesn't it? But if push comes to shove and I can only get a half a mudguard, I will cut this piece off and use the other part from another mudguard to make one. Somehow a bit of welding skill going on there. Not mine, of course, because I'm not too good a welder. What else can I tell you? So what was it? Forks, wheels, frame, obviously. And I'm probably going to fall in love with lots of other bits. There are, with the forks, there is swing arm and rear suspension as well. So I'm going to have a few spares, shock absorbers, etc., which I will clean up over the course of the summer when I've got nothing to do, because I love doing stuff like this. Okay, right, to be continued. I will not do any more filming tonight. I'm not going to go much further on that engine. I've just drained the oil, I've got a few of the covers off. I'm just loosening the screws with the impact driver, just so it's ready. I've picked up a bottle of diesel. I was just going to pour that down the bores, but I put my compression tester on there yesterday. And have you ever tried doing a compression test with a kickstart motorbike? Oh my goodness, it was tough. £10 per square inch, and it was like pound PSI actually. Sorry, yeah, pounds per square inch. What am I talking about? It was like and I wasn't getting any sensible reading out of it. That's why I'm going to take the head off and the block apart and have a look at the pistons. It's done no miles, this engine. It looks like it's done no miles, apart from obviously the weathering. But you know, if those valves were in the open position, the exhaust or the inlet, moisture's got in there, and for all those years, 40 odd years of being open to the atmosphere and the moisture and the sun and the heat and blah blah blah, it can't be perfectly clean in there, which is what I would like at the end of the day. So yeah, whip it off. Won't need to do anything with the pistons apart from do the crowns, but it's the valves I'm interested in. I want to see what the seats are like. I've got lapping equipment here, done that quite a few times before, great fun. What more can I tell you? That's it really. So that's enough for today. Just going to tidy up, sweep up, undo a few more of those screws, I think, because I've got a new bag of engine bolts. They are the same ones, don't shout at me, but I want to try and keep this engine as how it came out of the factory as possible. So he says, with a new frame coming in different wheels and forks and everything. But I think the only thing that's going to be left over from this bike genuinely at the end of the day is going to be the engine, isn't it? Let's be honest. No, there are millions. We've got the wire and loom, we've got other things, so it's not going to be as bad as all that. And one day, if I can decipher this, all that stuff will be coming back onto this frame, believe you me. Okay, right, enough of me babbling on. No, 8 minutes 50 seconds, you must be joking. Alright guys, big thumbs up today, take it easy. I've cheered back up again and I'm on the right track. Okay, see you later. Right, well, you know me, I couldn't just stop where I was, could I? Okay, so I did manage to get the kickstart off. That's all nice. Yes, it did come off in a few pieces. You can see that was never going to budge in a million years. Do you know what? Flipping good tool this. You know I hate advertising. Wicked tool this. Yeah, it's brilliant. Sorted that out. Okay, so we've got marks on the flywheel. Okay, not the flywheel, the stator, the generator basically. We got fire, F and T, top dead centre, and we've got the mark there, you see. So I've set that to top dead centre for the timing. And I've not taken this plate off yet, so I can't see what's behind there. But it sure should all line up, and I should be able to take off the cam chain there. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to replace all the oil seals. I did have a bit of leakage earlier when I turned it over, so there must be something in here. No, of course there isn't, because it's there, isn't it, you stupid boy. But we've got an oil seal there, the clutch actuating arm oil seal in there. We have a couple of seals around the other side of the engine. There will be a seal behind this front sprocket as well. 17 tooth. I wonder whether it was. Is 17 tooth standard? I don't know. Perhaps you gentlemen could enlighten me. Yeah, I've undone all the other screws on the other side of the engine, and they come off so well with this impact. With this impact driver, it's just. I put this isn't out of that kit, because the one out of that kit. Where is it? Did I put it back in there like an idiot? Yes, I did. It used to go in the bin. Can you see that? Just goes to show it's made of toffee. That's no good. The tool itself is starting to be a little bit thingy-jiggy, but if it just does this engine, great. In actual fact, I bought one of these, put it in my shed of everything, and when I went to find it, I couldn't find it, so I went and bought another one. So I've got another one of these in somewhere. Anyway, this is out of my toolkit that I got from Lidl's about 6-7 years ago. It's a PowerFix toolkit, and honestly, this toolkit has done 10 rebuilds, and not one part of the toolkit has broken or misshapen or anything like that. It is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant quality. I'm not plugging it at all, you know me. But what I do is I simply place that in the screw head like that. Give it a couple of taps with the equaliser on each one. I go around the whole circumference of the engine, blah de blah de blah. Tap, 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 get it out of there. Then I put it in the impact driver and go around again, and literally it comes straight up, one hit and they're away. So I'm happy there, that's all working out nicely. Right, so yeah, there should be a timing mark behind this, behind the advance and gubbins behind this points plate. You have the timing marks there. Okay, they should have plate on these valves. That one's okay, that one's a little bit tight. Being at top dead centre, it might be 180 degrees out. Let's spin it around 180 degrees. Let's do it the right rotation. 360 degrees even. Right, so because it was top dead centre, it might have been on the exhaust stroke, therefore the exhaust valve would have been open. Now, there you go. Now we've got play on there. And that one's closed. Of course it's a twin, isn't it? I wonder if there's marks for both cylinders. There's not, is there? Unless we got fire and top there and fire and top there. Perhaps that's cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. I wonder. Because that one is firmly closed because I have play there. And that one is tight. So let's spin it round now to those marks. Right, that's on the first marks. This bottom one should be loose. And it is. And this top one's probably tight. And it is. Right, okay, I've worked that out for myself. Thanks for telling me. Now, I haven't found a centrifugal oil filter yet, so I wonder what's under the other side cover. Right, okay, I'm going to carry on and stop babbling. Take it easy. Well, I've just been round with the impact driver. Went brilliantly. It went brilliantly till I got to there. The state of that. But the tool of the millennium has come to the rescue. And it came round. You know, is there any price you can put on these tools? Not advertising at all. Anyway, enough of that tomfoolery. Right, that really is enough for tonight. I've got to get this place ship shape. I want to try and get the foot pegs off of there and all the other gubbins underneath that frame because the new frame doesn't come with it on. So that's job B. I'm not going to bother filming that. You know what that's all about. They'll probably will snap off anyway. There's head bolts. So that's it for this video. This will be episode 6, I do believe. Okay, well, I hope you have a cracking weekend. You know what I'm going to be doing, don't you? I've got a 10-hour drive tomorrow, and Sunday I'm washing my hair. No, I'll probably be out in the shed here doing stuff. Okay, those took a bit of getting off as well, but not a problem for the breaker bar. Right, that's it, me waffling on. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, hang on a minute. Vinegar bath. What's going on with the vinegar bath? Yeah, not too bad. Should we have a quick nosy? Yeah. Fluid. Right, what did we put in there? Let's have a look. These things were horrible, weren't they? Look at that, underneath that. All that rust just literally wipes off. Look at that. Good brush up. I reckon that'll be alright. Good brush. What else do we put in here? The bolt there. It's getting brighter everywhere. Oh, that's the top yoke bolt, isn't it? There's another one there. Bit of wire brush. So you can see where I rubbed it off there. But it's pitted to hell, isn't it? Christ, it's only slag metal, isn't it, basically? Oh, that's coming up alright. Does that move? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good wire brush, doesn't it? I don't think we're going to hold out much hope for that, do you? it's till you actually get it out, wire brush it and get it in under the baking soda solution, you can't really tell. Just looks all manky and gooey at the moment, doesn't it? But there we go. Right, how long's that been in there? That's been in there for 4 or 5 days. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot happening, does it really? But anyway, that was white vinegar. We'll see what the results are when I've done the biz and brushed them up. Plus it was old vinegar that had already been opened a few times. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so that's really it for today. Not a lot more I can say really, is there? So I'm not going to bother. I'm going to go in, feet up, have a brew, shower, and early night because it's a long drive. Right, take it easy, guys. Thank you for watching. If you can comment on anything to help me out, please do. And don't tell me to tidy me shut up. I love it like this. Well, hi team. Just been on an 11-hour ride up to Grimsby, up north, to get a few bits for the bike. Met a really nice guy called Peter who has an Aladdin's cave, honestly, and it's being kept a secret because I want all the bits. Okay, anyway, I will just run through what I've managed to pick up. You know the condition of my bike, what was shot and what isn't shot. So here we go. We got a nice shiny headlight bezel, a new seat with good metal on it. He gave me that. That's fine. Kickstart. Well, I had to cut that off yesterday. Nice new set of forks. Aftermarket exhaust pipes will clean up quite nicely. Need to get my auto sole out. Front mud guard complete. Needs a little bit of work there. It's not an issue. The forky bits, collars and the headlight brackets, tank, which is all shiny inside there. Take my word for it, it's lovely. New side panels, rocking horse doo-doo, petrol cock, main stand, frame with eligible number on it, and last but not least, rear wheel, front wheel. I can't tell you how happy I am right at this moment in time. Yeah, reasonably priced. Very reasonably priced actually. The guy was such a gentleman. So I have an awful lot to do. I'm not doing anything else now. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I'm going to sit down quietly, nice glass of wine, and get the auto sole out and start doing some magic on them, on the exhausts and the tank side panels. What a day that's been.